Hey, I'm Radrat, and today we're talking about cheating. When you think about cheating in skateboarding, you usually think about trying to pass off a pressure flip as an inward heel in a game of skate. But did you know there's a cheater's version of a laser flip, and that Chris Haslam, of all people, uses it? Let's take a look at the trick. So what exactly is cheating in skateboarding? It's all art, right? You can do whatever you want, even weird foot plant stuff where you end up with both feet on the ground. You might not get a ton of respect, but it's not cheating. The gray area where it starts to get a little sketchy is when you pass something off as something else. Look at this 360 flip I did. Wait, something is a little weird about that. Take a closer look. That's actually a 360 underflip, which is incredibly easy. If you can do that with 360 flips, well, what about laser flips? There actually is a way to underflip a laser. You hang your heel off the tail and you tilt your heel as you scoop, and it gets under the side of the board and flips it. It feels a lot different from a laser to me because you don't pop it as much and you pull up on the board. It's definitely a separate trick from a laser. I went out to film a couple nollie ones for the video, but I ended up hurting my knee pretty bad and I haven't been able to skate in a few months. But the trick in itself is not cheating. It's actually called a kiwi flip. The kiwi flip was invented by MacLeod, a French skater. I was able to chat with him for a bit and get the story of the kiwi flip and all the crazy variations that he does. I remember him posting stuff like gazelles and even a nollie 720 gazelle flip, which he called a begrafenison dernemer flip. Unfortunately, he told me that he deleted his old YouTube account that had all that stuff on it, and his hard drive crashed, so that footage is all gone. It's going to be tough for me to show you some of this stuff, but I'll see what I can find. So here's the story. He was working on nollie varial heel flips, and he missed the flip. The board came around, hit his heel, and did an underflip. Now I had the same thing happen to me before with a regular stance one, and it looks like this. He says, I started trying it on purpose, but it was more of a joke trick to me if anything. It looked kind of dumb, but it was fun to do every once in a while to experiment with. And as a joke trick, he gave it a joke name, the kiwi flip. Although, he says, in retrospect, this one kind of makes sense because the scooping motion of the popping foot really resembles a gesture of digging into an actual kiwi with a spoon. Later, he started learning nollie and switch laser flips and big spin heels. But he says, the back foot would always insist on getting in the way and kind of guiding the board around for its motion. His friends had to point out to him that he was doing an underflip. He thought he was just flicking his tricks normally. And I think that's an important point. It is possible to do them on accident without knowing, sort of like muscle memory getting in the way. So that's interesting. But what does all this have to do with Chris Haslam? Well, watch any video of him doing a laser flip or a bigger spin heel flip in any stance, and watch his back heel. By now, you should be able to recognize a kiwi flip and understand how it works. And as you can tell, he's clearly underflipping it with his heel. He seems to do it that way exclusively. And he's not alone. Ishad Ware seems like he does his switch ones with both feet too. If you watch anyone doing a 540 laser flip, they're always using their back heel at least a little. It's too hard to pop a frontside 540 without that follow through. So I came into this thinking that it's definitely cheating. And since they feel so different to me, that there's really no chance Haslam doesn't know what he's doing. But after I talked to Amric, I think he changed my mind a little bit. I asked him if he thinks it's cheating, and this is what he says. To me, the 360 kiwi flip qualifies as a laser flip. Yeah, and to me they're equal. There are plenty of different ways to do the same tricks. Every skater has their style, just like 360 flips or impossibles. Some people do flat ones or catch it in different ways. You usually use both feet for a laser flip anyway. Breaking things down too much is overly pedantic after a certain point. He also pointed out to me some other pros who do certain tricks weird, like Alex Mole's big spin heels that nosedive, and Daewon Song's mobbed inward heels that almost look like a shove it late flip. Does that mean that they don't count? No, of course they do. So what's the final verdict? Does Chris Haslam cheat at laser flips? I guess not. Even though his technique is a bit easier, he might not even know he's doing it. But you can actually learn from this. If you can't get the full rotation on a laser, try throwing some back heel action in there. Do a kiwi style. Follow through and push it around. That's a pro tip that you don't see anyone talk about because they might not even know they're doing it. I'd like to thank Amric for his help with this video. I linked up his profiles and stuff in the description so you can follow him if you want to see more from him. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to see new stuff like this every Tuesday. So what do you think about the Kiwi flip? Does it count as a laser? Does it matter? Why? Here are some more of my recent videos that you might like. Check those out and don't forget to subscribe by tapping the circle with my logo in it. Thanks for watching.